Congress very quickly could actually achieve this. The first is raising the minimum wage. And I know that a lot is being talked about this issue. The minimum wage today, in real terms, so not nominal dollars, but in inflation-adjusted dollars, the minimum wage today is at its lowest level since Harry Truman was president. If you raise the minimum wage, you not only help that pocket of workers that you could call the working poor, those who are working full-time, making $14,000, $15,000 a year. And by the way, for those who argue that minimum wage workers just benefit teenagers, the average age of a minimum wage worker in America is 32. There are so many minimum wage workers today that are women attempting to support a family. So this is not the stereotype of a 17-year-old, 18-year-old who's the minimum wage worker. Yes, there are some of those, but they're not at all entirely representative of the minimum wage workers. If you raise the minimum wage, you immediately give a pay increase to millions of people. You would actually lift about 10 million people out of poverty from the working poor into just the lower middle class. But you also do another thing, and if you've noticed, a lot of labor unions always push for raising the minimum wage, even when very few of their workers make the minimum wage. The reason why they do is because they're shrewd enough to know that if you raise the level for the bottom of the workforce, if you raise kind of the floor, that actually helps give a pay raise to everyone. The sort of policy window in which you have the president's last 2 years looking for legacy, a speaker who's not worried about re-election and willing to take some risks, and then a Senate that's going to be very closely divided one way or the other. Perhaps actually in this environment, we could see some compromises that right now are unthinkable. So I'm actually more optimistic than most, and I don't think it's an unrealistic optimism that we could see some truly historic compromises that right now don't seem possible.